Okay, guys, you might have watched my video on the market for DraftKings, but DraftKings doesn't have anything rolling right now. They're kind of slow. So we jumped into an underdog draft today to see what we can do. There are some players that are similar across platforms, as far as like our market movers, as we're calling them, goes. Um, Luther Burden's on both lists as risers. Roma Dunze, riser. DJ Moore, riser. Mike Evans, riser. Byshell Tootin, riser. Tyler Algier, he's actually more of a riser here, or yeah, riser here. Godwin, riser. Kyler Murray, riser. Jalen Naylor, riser as well. Isaiah Likely, riser. On our other one, we had Theo Johnson as a faller. So a little bit different there. We're in the 8 hole. Christian McCaffrey is a value on Underdog relative to DraftKings, apparently. Those will be our 3 players in that order that we'll try to tackle. We'll try to get our value. If not, we'll end up with Amon Ra. Let's see what happens here. Not a fan of drafting Christian McCaffrey this early, but I've zeroed them. Yeah, take him at some point in time. I don't see him fall that often. He got taken. Okay, so it's between CeeDee Lamb and Amon Ra. We are going to go Amon Ra here. He's easier to stack, believe it or not. And I don't know, better better pick than CeeDee Lamb. At least there. It's not a worse pick. The next person on our list. So if Kenneth Walker makes it to us at 17, we could consider it depending on what else is there. I Some people think he's going to go all the way at the beginning of the second round. So maybe it makes sense to go grab him there. That being said, I do think both of these guys are definitely better picks if either of them make it to us. C Lamb, the last pick. I like that. That's nice. That's a end of 1-2 turn from last year, basically. Not the players, but the two wide receivers. Hampton goes. There goes Kenneth Walker. No shot at him. No shots at all. So we'll grab either of these players, whichever one is available. They took Trey McBride. We'll go with the rookie, Jeremiah Love. You got to think Love might continue to rise up depending on where he gets drafted. Maybe. Where does he get drafted now? I'm not sure where he gets drafted now. Um, Titans are still rumored, I guess. The Giants could still take him. I don't know if either of those are exciting places. Well, no, it's either. We do have to take, we do, I mean, taking a running back in that spot, though, is, I think, a smart move, considering how things have been working out in these drafts. That being said, this is fun. Chase London. been fun. Bijan London would have been fun too. Get the two Atlanta guys. I think Atlanta's looking pretty ugly though at like a lot of their positions. At number two wide receiver, Jahan Dotson. I don't know about that. At quarterback, Penix and Tua. Don't know about that. That's looking kind of ugly too. Allen getting pulled up to the 2-3 turn in this draft. Let's see. Based on my rank, there's no one we're taking here. That being said, Luther Burden could be a pick in the next. Oh, that's interesting. So Luther Burden and Loveland have. Oh, Burden has jumped Loveland. That is kind of crazy. I feel like Loveland's the better pick watching their games. Bucky Irvin falls, which he didn't. I like AJ Brown because you can um, get a falling Hurts. I mean, we'll have to take him a little bit past eight before ADP, I think. He goes 70. You can get him at 65, or see if he falls to 80. I don't think that's going to happen. So you got to take him at 65. I think that's fine though. Uh, Probably not go to the Patriots now. Patriots just signed Romeo Dobbs. Breaking news. Geno Smith to the Jets. Breaking news as well. Gives you a reason to draft and then stack Garrett Wilson now. I think these are all players. If any of them, more than one of them is going to make it to us. Wow. Where's Lamar? 48. So it's hard to get Lamar to fall. Garrett Wilson goes. I think it's one of those two. It'd be great if they took one. That way we take the other. Good, thank you. I like Zay Flowers, but we are gonna go with the Detroit stack. Jameson Williams. I like these. This is a interesting round here. A lot of players that would be nice. Uh, we can get Roma Dunze on the way back potentially, who is a riser also. There goes Luther Burden. There goes Colston Loveland. Based on my rank, we have Roma Dunze, and then so thinking about this, does it make sense to take like T Higgins? I mean, I think T Higgins and AJ Brown, either one is fine. And you're the first person to get a crack at that stack in either case. The player in front of me took Devonta Smith. Would this be the draft that you try to push? So Devonta Smith is taken on the right side of me, which means that there's no competition or Saquon Barkley right here. So the only competition for wide receiver is this guy here. Or sorry, for quarterback is this guy here. If there's a draft to try to push Hurts around one more pick, it's this one. So maybe we'll try. Zay Flowers is still on the board. So is Terry McLaurin. So is Lamar. It'd be great if we could get one of those players. I would love Terry McLaurin because then you got Jane Daniels on the way back around. There goes Terry McLaurin, unfortunately. And there goes Lamar, all the players we wanted. Um, Christian Watson as a potential bring back for Detroit. NFC Central correlation makes sense. We do have, and then quarterbacks are getting pushed, right? So it makes sense again to say, hey, let's not do Hurts and see what happens. I think it makes a lot of sense. And I think it also makes sense to even maybe let Jaden Daniels go past us so that there's one more team that gets a quarterback on that side of the board, maybe even two teams because Joe Burrow will get taken too. Gives us a better chance to get Hurts, and then we can stack up one of our central team QBs. Okay, we got a plan. We'll see if we can execute the plan. Um, so RJ Harvey's, you know, he was falling on DraftKings. I don't know if he was falling on Underdog further. There goes Tootin at 60. What is did Mike Evans get taken yet? Probably did. Yeah, he did. But what pick? Oh, he got picked in the fourth round, end of the fourth. So I should have maybe been considering him instead of Jameson Williams. That being said, Jameson Williams was a stack. Joe Burrow got taken. That's a little unfortunate. I didn't want him to get taken. I like one of those two, I think. Take goes. We're going to take Swift because he is another central piece and he's a falling running back. I'm not a huge fan of grabbing him, but there's a time to do it. It's now. I really wish that Joe Burrow didn't get taken earlier because that would have been another quarterback as insulation for Hurts. Didn't happen though. Swift is the pass catcher though, so if there's a running back that you want on a central team, it's that one to go pair with again our Detroit and Green Bay thing. Hurts is our next pick. If he makes it to us, those picks would also make sense right there. Jane Daniels, that's nice for him to get the falling Jane Daniels to go along with Terry McLaurin. Good for him. He went hardcore running back to start. He has a correlation here. Bring back with that. That's nice. Williams goes with Odunze, which makes sense. If he came back to us, we would have, considered it. Drake May falling to 80. Should we even consider it? I don't really want to consider it a whole lot. Parker Washington would be our next would be a choice. Jalen Warren should be falling. There goes Dak Prescott way early. That's why I don't like the CD Lamb thing. Like you got to take him sort of Tyler Algier going way early. Oh, Hurts went. We missed out on Hurts. That's unfortunate. Okay, so where are our other quarterbacks? Just so we know, we got Goff 104, Love 106. So we need to take that into account when it comes to it. Drake May just goes. Kind of happy about that one actually because I don't want to take him. This is our pick if he falls to us. I think there's a decent shot that he falls to us. There we go. Good. Okay. Falling Parker Washington. He is a value on the platform. He's going in the 50s on DraftKings. And I think this is how you want to do it. Wait until you get like the value on him on this site. Now that we have the Tucker Craft goes there, that's a little unfortunate because um, that's going to make it harder to do the love and Goff thing. And we can't get Trevor Lawrence. Tight end. 95 is Laporta. I like Chuba, Pittman, Laporta. We're gonna go Chuba. Maybe we should have gone Dowdle in Pittsburgh. Chuba or Dowdle, I think were both fine picks. I think Warren, I don't know. Don't know. Okay. Um, from a QB perspective, we can go Love first, Goff second, try to get both of them because if we take if we don't go Love first, this guy might want to get him. If we but if we let Goff kind of go around, there's no one that should be extremely incentivized to grab Goff. So that's what we're gonna do. Even though we have the double on Goff, I think it makes sense. Wandale, if we didn't need quarterbacks right now, we would consider Wandale. Sam Laporta is still out there. I got taken good. Okay. I do like that Purdy and Bo Nix are still out there. Hopefully they don't get taken. Just let as many QBs as possible kind of stay in between us. He's already got two QBs, so you probably won't take one. Okay, we'll take Jordan Love. We said we're gonna take Jordan Love with the first one. Hope that Jared Goff falls to us. I think he's almost has to. Okay, like we said, we needed that insulation. This guy took Brock Purdy. if we don't get Jared Goff, I think Bo Nix is a nice one. You can backstack him with a lot of players, so he makes a lot of sense. Okay, see, Reed went. So again, another reason why you want to take Love first because there's other Green Bay Packers that you can kind of pair with. Kyler Murray goes. Where's Malik Willis? He's all the way down here, but he's not. Now you know who he goes with. He goes to Miami. So that makes sense. So he's getting Kyler Murray to pair with Justin Jefferson. Gadsden, usually that's where the Herbert guy is somewhere. Let's see if that's the Herbert guy. It is. Oh no, one pick ahead of the Herbert guy. Some people are really high on Gadsden. I mean, I've taken him with Herbert. I don't know how I feel about grabbing him this early without Herbert. Don't know how I feel about it. Kittle super early without Purdy. There goes Bo Nix. Okay, excellent. We got Jared Goff. Okay. We can just stop with these two quarterbacks if we wanted to. We don't really have any other quarterbacks to stack up. Well, we do a little bit, maybe Bryce Young. If we got a falling Bryce Young, I'd consider it, but I'm happy with these two quarterbacks. Also, um, Geno Smith just signed with the Jets, so where's Geno Smith going? If we can get a Geno Smith extremely late, I think that makes sense too. It's kind of been shown that if you know like that third starter last year was a big deal. If you hit on that third starter, you got a Daniel Jones late, right? That helped you out a ton. Aaron Rodgers even did a little bit of something for you too. Shuck, Tyler Shuck, Jackson Dart, they are all players that got you usable weeks. Okay, these are the last players on the list. Some ugly players overall. Not these are like values on this site compared to DK. I feel like it's more just because they're getting overdrafted on DK. We got a balanced team here. We definitely need some tight ends, and we don't have any tight ends to pair with, unfortunately. So we're just gonna have to kind of make a list of tight ends to get, just like a random assortment. Jalen Coker pairs. Stefon Diggs still doesn't have a team, so he's falling because of that. Matthew Golden, I think, makes even more sense for us considering the Green Bay thing. Romeo Dobbs just signed with New England. To the non Jalen Coker goes. So Travis Kelce's going a lot earlier now. I passed on him in an earlier draft that I probably shouldn't have. Um, at like the 140s. Whoops. That was that was yesterday, but it was kind of announced that he had signed. I think our first option here is Matthew Golden. Benson should be falling. Okay. Let's actually past ADP here as well for Golden. Boom. So we got two Green Bay guys, two Detroit guys. Stefon Diggs, falling Stefon Diggs gets taken. Tyler Shuck still available. He doesn't have much to back stack with. He got tight end to back stack with. Juwan Johnson 147, which is no guarantee to get all the way back to me. I was going to say Blake Willis, we might consider him if he got all the way back to us. Josh Downs, another player that I was considering. I think James Conner, is he the pick? We're gonna do it. Boom. Feel like James Conner is maybe a winner in all this. I don't know. I think everyone agrees that Trey Benson is a loser in all of this. James Conner re-signed with Arizona. He could win that job potentially. Why not from Algier? Does he get all the passing work? Because Algier's not a pass catcher. So I think that James Conner is a decent pick. We'll let someone else grab the. Okay, we do need a tight end. So if there goes the tight ends. I do like the idea of like a Geno Smith at the end and grab Mason Taylor at the end as well. A little New York Jets combo. Isaiah Pacheco just signed with Detroit. Wow, way early for that one. That's okay though. Dallas Goddard still doesn't have a home. Hunter Henry just. Oh, Juwan Johnson. I was debating between Juwan Johnson and Dallas Goddard. We're just going to take the falling Dallas Goddard here. Trey Benson goes. Cam Ward's an interesting pick if he falls to us as well. You can easily stack him with wide receivers and tight ends. And it's late for Bryce Young again. I have Chuba. So queued up as a possibility. I already have 6 wide receivers. I don't need another one. Exactly. Cam Ward goes. Ward goes. Bryce Young goes. Okay. So now it's either the rookie wide receiver or the running back. We're going to take the running back. Let's get both of the Carolina running backs. I think this is one where it makes sense. They liked to run a lot last year, and they aren't probably going to sign another running back. So does this give us like a guaranteed starter all season long at relatively cheap price? Hopefully. Omar Cooper Jr. is not a sure thing, although people are excited for him. If he comes back around, he probably won't, but if he comes back around, we'll definitely take him with our next pick. We have 2561. There goes Omar Cooper Jr. I think Jacoby Brissett is eventually in play for us. Again, Geno Smith is in play for us eventually as well too, if we want to get a third. He went 80 Mitchell at 167. That's actually not a bad pick again if you want to kind of pair up the Geno Smith thing. There goes Brissett. There goes Daniel Jones. Is there something great for us, or does it make sense just to take Geno here? Like, what's better for us than Geno? Nothing. Tesla's in play for us. What's available at tight end? We don't want Theo. We don't, I mean, none of these are players that we need at this pick. I like TJ Hawkinson as another bring back for our central thing. That being said, we probably got to take, okay, we're going to take Tesla here. Mason Taylor's 202. So we're going to try to get greedy, which is okay. We want to go for great outcomes, not just middling outcomes. Man, whenever I'm in the market for Aaron Jones, I um, he doesn't fall. When I'm not in the market for Aaron Jones, he does fall. That's unfortunate. One, two, three, four, five. I could go running back as well. Oh, Aaron Jones just went good. I'm happy about that. Schultz went. So the nice thing is 3, 2, 3, 3. So if I can, and he's got three now, oh, he's got four. That's unfortunate. I didn't want to see that happen. We're going to take TJ Hawkinson to continue our bet on the Central. I like that pick of Brian Robinson. We're gonna see if we can get greedy. Tank Dell in the 180s. I feel like he was like going at like the 160s. Tua. Okay, so we're dodging a little bit. Tua seems crazy there. Parkinson has been falling. Some people like Parkinson, some people like Ferguson. That's the first time I think I've seen him get drafted. Aaron Rodgers, okay. Another quarterback not named Geno Smith. So the question is, as far as tight ends go, too, um, he's got 1, 2, 3, 2. So we definitely want to take Mason Taylor first if he makes it to us, and then with the next pick, Geno Smith. He's got 2, 3, 3, 2, 2. So we do have a couple players that might want another Oh, Mason Taylor went. That's unfortunate. So now the question is, do we just take Geno Smith here, or do we think that someone else here is that valuable of a player? I don't think so. I think we're just gonna take Geno Smith. He's available tight end. Tight end looks really ugly at this point. I guess I got two, so I don't. It's okay. I get third, one more. We could do our traditional, which I think makes sense. One more wide receiver, one more running back, one more tight end. We're definitely going like running back or Kate Otten's back on Tampa Bay. Keaton Mitchell is now a free agent. I think we take the rookie. Why not? And we do have our break in break class in case of emergency pick in Dontavian Wicks. Keep Mitchell goes. All right, so what tight end, if any, make the most sense? None is the answer. Cole Komet, um, he didn't really do much though. I think it's one of these two. I think we just want points out of tight end is what we want. I think those two are gonna more guaranteed to get you points. So if we can get one of those two, we'll be happy about it. Really wanted the Mason Taylor pick would have been sweet. It's kind of unfortunate. He already had three. The guy took Mason Taylor had three quarterbacks, so even he wasn't even trying to. One of those was Tua instead of Geno Smith. That's unfortunate. Caleb Johnson probably a loser now with the Rico Dowdle signing to Pittsburgh. He's just gonna take him. Is Marshawn Lloyd's a thing or Green Bay maybe this year? I don't know. K Dot goes. That's unfortunate. I like Darnell Mooney. He could go to, I don't know, none of those teams. We're gonna go with Mike Gesicki. I just don't know where Chig goes, where he actually is a starter. I think Gesicki is the starter on his team. Last pick's gonna be a wide receiver. Dobbs just got signed, which means um, Wicks is kind of guaranteed to be the number 4 on Green Bay, assuming he stays on Green Bay versus the number 5. Do we do that? Do we take Darnell Mooney? Wicks would give us 3 Green Bay player. We'd have 3 Green Bay, 3 Detroit. I think it's fun for that reason as well. 3 of each. Do the Jets have anyone that we'd want at this point? Not exactly. Do we just take Bernard, a rookie? Nope, he got taken. So now it's between Wicks and Mooney. We're gonna go Wicks. We can get Mooney on any other team we want where we don't have good correlation. We actually have some here, so we'll just take it. Okay. Um, we missed out on Walker. That's okay. And then we passed up on Burden for the correlation on Williams. So we didn't get a lot of the players on our list. We got Watson. Tootin got drafted at the end of the 5th round. So that's pick 60. His ADP right now is 70, I think. So you got to pull him up just a bit to get him. Quarterbacks fell in this draft overall. We got Swift at a value. We got Parker Washington was on our list. This was our prize pick a little bit in that he's usually going in the 70s on this site, 55 on DraftKings. We get him at 80, so we should feel good about that. I think we got no, that was like at his cost. We doubled up on the Carolina backfield. So let's take a look at just the team in general here. We have 2 stacks going on. We got our Green Bay stack with Watson, Golden, and Wicks. We have our Detroit stack with Amon-Ra, Jameson Williams, and Isaac Tesla. Then we have our lone Geno Smith. We were trying to get again, as we talked about, the Mason Taylor, Geno Smith thing, but we couldn't make it work. That's okay. Did Geno Smith make sense here in the 17th round? Like, who would we want to? Who did we miss out on that we really really wanted? I think Frymuth. Some people are high on Frymuth. Fryermuth. So we could have gone like that. We miss out on Singleton. Not that we love him. I think Singleton makes sense here because he's such an athletic back. If he would have tested, he would probably be going higher. But the injuries forcing him down here. Let's take advantage of the no news or the bad news for him right now. So I think that's fine. So we got our unstacked Geno Smith. We did a good job of getting some NFC Central backstacks going, or not backstacks, but bringbacks going on. We have the Swift for Chicago. We have the TJ Hawkinson for Minnesota. And then our one-offs like Gesicki over here, our our other tight end, and Goddard right here. And then we do have a decent running back room. We got the rookie up front. We have Swift. Again, hopefully we'll get something to happen. We have Hubbard and Brooks for Carolina. Hopefully they don't bring anyone else in, and those two prove that they can run the backfield. Ideally, one of them is getting most of the touches on any given game. Then we got Connor, who might end up being a starter. Right now, he's projected to be the backup. Then we got Singleton for the excited pick and Gesicki for just like rounding out our tight end room. I think this is a good team. I like this team overall, how it came together. It could have been slightly better, but it came together pretty darn good overall. Let me know what you think. See you on the next one. Peace.